I feel like my comments misinterpreted my last video, so today we're going to be going over how ASTDX can save itself and become the #1 anime game on Roblox, and in my opinion could easily reach 1 million active players at once. Let's get it. Before we hop into, guys, if we get this video to 2K likes, I'm going to be giving away a summer update bundle to somebody in the comments, so like the video, hit the subscribe button, and put your username down below, and you will be able to be entered in to win a summer update bundle. All right, I got a bunch of Robux, so yeah, let's get it popping, guys. And don't forget, the 1 million Robux giveaway is still on for all my subscribers when we hit 1 million subs before the end of the year. Let's get it. All right, let's start off with my first, I think, and probably the most important point. And that is #1, guys, the lack of content. All right, pretty much my entire comment section is people either saying I'm the biggest ASTDX hitter, which I'm not, and other people saying that there's not a lot of stuff to do in the game. And I kind of feel the same way. So right now, I have dang near a lot of the meta units. The only thing I can do right now, guys, is grind 50 times to get Crocodile, 50 times to get a Kainu, etc. All right, so a lot of the pro players, they've kind of run out of content to do in the game. And so, in general, we need new content. And now that kind of brings me into our current issue that we are facing. And that is that there is no update this weekend. Now, normally that's not a problem. I honestly don't mind the bi-weekly updates. I personally think weekly updates are better, so I'm gonna give you guys an idea, some free game, and that is what I like to call kind of like the grow a garden strategy. We'll talk a little bit more about grow a garden later and some strategies they employ that I think All-Star could, you know, take advantage of. But first up, we have what I like to say is, I call it the it's the big little update cycle. All right, so OG ASTD updated like once a month. Prime ASD update about once every 3 weeks. So I think they should consider this cycle, all right? The big little cycle, all right? So how this works kind of thing is week 1, you got a big update, all right? We're talking like 4 banner units plus. All right, we're talking game mode, etc. All right, and then week 2, I think it should be an event, all right? So we're talking like, you know, maybe just 1 to 3 units. Yeah, maybe like game mode, probably some other evos, etc. At least 3 plus more other units as well. You know, I don't want just 3 units. I'm talking about, you know, some banner units to get people hyped. And we're going to talk a little bit more about banner units in the next section, which I think is kind of important. And we're going to say like, you know, 1 to 3 units. All right, something simple, fun, limited units. So these will be limited units, you know, simple, fun, kind of keep us still hyped for the next update. And then week 3 would be cycle repeats. And then honestly, I kind of think monthly they should kind of consider like, yeah, maybe, yeah, week 1 big update, week 2 event, week 3 big update, you know, kind of cycle like this. So that way we always have something, you know, a little bit fun to look forward to, etc. And then the next problem I have is this right here, and that is there is 0 update hype. All right, one of my comment sections, I want to highlight them. All right, I think it's pretty accurate. They post 0 sneaks, bro. Like, cool, you posted a blacked out picture. Wow, man, we are hyped. Also, the summer update has nothing to it. All right, that's again talking a little bit about the lack of content. And this is gonna bring me to my let me change that to #2 before to my next thing, and that is the lack of hype. All right, now this kind of has multiple portions, and first up, I'm gonna be honest, guys, and this is gonna kind of take into the cycle of this guy's second half, and that is 0 hype units. All right, I'm not gonna lie, the quote-unquote blacked out picture sneak we got, apparently it's supposedly Frieza. Now I'm gonna be honest, this hasn't been 100% confirmed, but apparently Trial 3 is normal Frieza. Now I'm gonna be honest, guys, in any other game, normal Freestar is a 4-star, all right? And in this game, it's gonna be an Unbound, I'm sorry, but nobody's getting hyped for Frieza. So more 0 hype units. Now the thing is, there is hype units that they leaked, right? If you guys don't remember, I forget when it was, but Kaiju was in, I think it was like the original game thumbnail or something like that. So why can't we get units like Kaiju? All right, that could be a cool 5-star, or honestly a cool Unbound. Or why can't we get units that were as cool as the 7 stars, guys? I'm telling you, ASTD had Ultra Ego Vegeta, and we are stuck with Vegu Mind? Wait, like what? You know, if they don't want to do something crazy, maybe something like Saitama, shout out to Zen, he made this model. You know, I mean, even the old game had like our boy in it, you know, UI Goku. I mean, honestly, even like a Gogeta could be really cool. Honestly, they might do this for like the Christmas update or something. Or Fate units like Gilgamesh could be a cool update. Like, there's so many good options, man. Madara, like was one of the OG units. I'm trying to think who else they have. Like, there's a lot of good options they have. They're just not, or Vegito and Gogeta would be good options. You know, even Rengoku isn't like the worst. You know, something hype, but I feel like we're being stuck with like normal Frieza. I'm sorry, but Alligator, Crocodile, Luffy's mom, bro, what is that, man? Like, dang, like how is Crocodile and Chrollo the most hype units? Like Chrollo's kind of hype. Like the thing is, they even burn units like Lelouch. They drop Lelouch and he sucks. Like 0 hype. So yeah. So 0 hype units, and that brings in my next point. No trailers. What are we doing, man? This honestly got me heated. There is no update trailers. And the thing is, like, the OG update trailers, like, if we go over here to Fruity-sama's channel, the old update trailers were getting good views. And honestly, like, this is gonna make him money anyways. Like, he's gonna get money from the views. He's gonna get money from dang near everything. So where are the update trailers? We're talking 500,000 views of free promo? Like, dang, 500,000 views. The old ones were getting 100,000 views. So, you know, like all of this promo, they could announce the update time here. Everybody would be ready to go. Where are the update trailers? All you have to do is show us some of the unit of VFX, etc., man. Call up Zeem, man. Zeem said he needs to post more videos to get his YouTube play button. Like, make a trailer, bro. Like, it's free views, free promo. What are you doing? Instead, no, we got the, as my guy from the YouTube comment section said, a blacked out picture. Like, guys, you got me heated, man. Oh my gosh. So 0 hype, no trailers, honestly, no real, like, dang near like very little communication, like just in general, like little communication, like no communication. We didn't even know there was no update this week till Friday. Like, what? No communication, minimal sneaks. All right, this is going to be an issue. So the thing is, how do they fix that? All right, let's change it to positive. All right, trailers, update trailers. All right, let's have add hype units, add actual hype units. Imagine they have like a hype unit in the thumbnail, man. We have Chrollo in the thumbnail. All right, I'm not going to lie, Chrollo's cool, guys, but the numbers speak for itself. All right, Chrollo, with Chrollo as the thumbnail, the player count dropped to 100K. All right, the numbers speak for itself. I'm gonna be honest, if it was UI Goku, I don't think it would be this bad. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, actual hype units, update trailers, minimal sneaks. All right, and number 4, make updates worth it. All right, I call this the grow a garden strategy. All right, this will be part 1. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So what the problem is, the updates are not worth it. People are not tuning into your updates. And the thing is, you want people to tune into your updates. You want that big spike. If we take a look at a Grow a Gardens graph, Steal a Brain Rots graph, they all have these giant update spikes. All right, so what this means is we could easily have ASTD peak to over 1 million players. You just gotta make the updates worth it, okay? So how do you make the updates worth it? All right, you need to, number 1, you need to reward people during maintenances. So maintenances, etc. So maybe you can give them some sort of bonus, like maybe some sort of crate, something like that. You need to 1, banner units for 1 to 2 hours after update. That can help as well. All right, new banner units, create reward if you're there on the update time, some sort of bonus if you join on the actual update time, or some event, some reason why you want to be there exactly when the update drops. All right, I think that would be very, very helpful. That's kind of the grow a garden strategy. And then next up, I'm gonna have some, I like to call these the secret cheat codes. Secret cheat codes. So now these can be for any game. Honestly, I think Anime Last Stand could add these. Last Stand could add these, etc. Not game specific. So this is kind of some things that I want added to the game that aren't game specific. And right here, I like to call this streamer game mode. All right, UTD does this well. UTD raids, 12 plus players. Honestly, 30 plus would be dope. So some sort of game mode where you can play with a ton of players at once. Obviously, it's going to scale with the number of players. Yeah, like, should scale with players. But give something that the streamers can play with a bunch of people at once. Like, honestly, this would be peak. You would have so many people streaming the game because you would have a game mode where you want a lot of people playing. And maybe you could have it so it gives trait rerolls. Maybe it could be a good farm for something else. I'm not sure, skins, maybe a new crate. But some sort of game mode that's going to get streamers, etc. hyped, because you could literally fill the entire YouTube platform with people streaming very easily. I know Dungeon Quest did that back in the day. You just need to have a game that you can actually stream. So like, make it good for content creators and honestly anybody in general, because you'll have it scale, etc. So this is kind of a no-brainer if you ask me. Like, right now, you can't really stream this game because you can only play with 4 people at once. And like, that just doesn't work if you have 200 people watching your stream, or granted, there's a lot of YouTubers that have even more than 200. So like, make a mode where everybody can play together and, you know, it could be, honestly, it could become one of the #1 streamer games. Like, that's all you gotta do. Some sort of lobby. Now, I've been begging every single game to add this and nobody does, so I'm still waiting on like streamer game mode. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Dungeons. All right, back in the day. Dungeons used to be like, dang near the, I think you could have like 10 plus people. So some sort of streamer dungeon, 30, like maybe like a 20 player dungeon. And the thing is, I know this game is well optimized, so they could actually do this without too much lag. I mean, obviously it might have some lag. Maybe it will like disable VFX by default or something, but this is definitely a good idea. All right, next up I have another gag strategy, and that is a merchant. And a merchant with constant restocks, say like 5 minutes. All right. And it's gonna have, I think, honestly, trait rerolls could be cool from this merchant, and honestly, like, rare exclusive items. So maybe a unit, yeah, maybe a merchant only unit. So maybe like a merchant only skin. And this is gonna make people come back to the game like every 5 minutes and look to see if there's going to be an exclusive item in there, etc. And honestly, this is gonna be kind of like a cheat code. Like, if they actually add this. Now the problem is, every game I saw that add this, the prizes suck. So like, you need to have actual good prizes like trait rerolls, etc. So like, make it worth it. So like, maybe like trait rerolls, like you can get 1 every 5 minutes. So yeah, maybe like guaranteed every X minutes, or like very frequently. And honestly, another item you could have in here would be like skill orbs. So this could be a really cool cheat code. I think this is going to be one of those hacks they do just to jack up the player count. And honestly, I think could be really effective. All right, next, they need to finally actually drop trading. Now, the thing is, if we take a look at the Rollymons, there's actually already like a trading lobby. If we take a look at All-Star Tower Defense, we're going to see under places, there's already a lobby called Auction House. So I'm assuming this means that there's going to be some sort of trading zone. And I really do think trading could, you know, help the game a lot, depending on how balanced it is. But we will have to see that. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think adding trading would definitely help the player count, and honestly help a lot in general. So there we go, guys. Those are kind of like my ideas. I'm gonna copy this and put it in the pinned comment. So yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions for them to improve the game, let me know. And yeah, I really just want this game to do well. I want Anime Last Stand to do well. I want all the games to do well, guys, because there's not really any competition. We're all friends here, and yeah, the more games, the better. The more competition, the better. And it's going to allow the developers to be, you know, incentivized to drop the best content possible. So I can't wait to see what the new update is coming next week is going to have, and hopefully they start adding some new unique things and making this game even more hype. And I will see you soon for some more ASDX and Anime Last Stand content. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.